I'm done by 11 or 1 p.m. or later. So not between 11 and 1.
Okay, I'm going to say after 1 then.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as you know, let me know, Walter, so I can block that out.
Yep, got it.
Thank you. Do you need me there live? Is that what you're hoping to do?
Well, it'd be nice to actually have a real closing with people in the room for a change. Plus, it's Doug Doach, so, you know, it's always interesting to hear from him.
Absolutely. Okay, no problem.
He likes him too, so.
I do like him.
He's done a great job with his project, that's for sure.
Beautiful. I drove by there a couple weeks ago. It was incredible.
But like everyone else, he has neighbors who hate him, so.
Shocking.
All right, we have a quorum, and we have a quorum
Okay.
plus 1. I see Phil
Oh, good.
/ Donna is connecting, so Susie, go ahead,
Okay,
please.
let's call the meeting to order. And Julio, roll call, please.
Sure. Good morning, Ms. Laughlin.
Here.
Ms. Laughlin's present. Mr. Sykes.
Here.
Mr. Sykes is present. Mr. Siegel.
Here.
Mr. Siegel's present. Mr. Smith.
Here.
Mr. Smith is present. Mr. Brooks. I see him on the call.
there.
There
There
he
he
is.
is.
Mr. Brooks is present. And Mr. Vallone.
Yeah.
Mr. Vallone is present.
Okay, good. All right. So the first order of business is to approve the minutes of August 8th. Has everybody had a chance to review them? And if so, can I have a motion to approve?
I'll move it.
Ed,
I'll second it.
second by Scott. Any corrections, edits, anything?
No.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, minutes are approved. We're going to move on to bills and communications. I know, Jen, you've had a couple of edits that you need to make on this call. So why don't you tell us about those?
Yes, we just had a couple more invoices come in this morning. One is from Shepstone Management Company, and that relates to the cost benefit analysis that was included in your agenda packet for the Doach Family 3 project. So that's an invoice in the amount of $1,400. There's also an additional premium payment to Mike Price relating to our cyber liability policy. And that's a new payment in the amount of $3,787.61. So what I'm looking for today is your approval on 13 payments, not 11 at the top. And the total amount is $20,785.83. And if you have questions, just let me know.
Okay, well, let's first get a motion and then we'll see if there's any questions. Can I have a motion to approve the schedule of payments? Howard, I need a second.
I'll second.
Ed, any discussion? Questions? Okay, all in favor of approving, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? Okay, approved. Thank you. Jen, staff activity report?
I have no updates. We're starting to work on preparation for Paris reports and pilot calculations, et cetera. Does anyone have any questions?
Nope. Okay, so let's move on to new business. We have 4 resolutions to review today. The first is to authorize the quarterly payment that we make to the Partnership for Economic Development. This would be the 3rd quarter payment. Jen, is that, I don't see the amount here. Is it 25 or?
25,000, yeah.
25. Yeah.
It's in section 1 on page 2.
Thank you.
I'll move that.
Okay, Ed, can I have a second? Howard, any discussion, questions? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, approved. The next resolution relates to the Doach family project, the Seminary Hill Cidery that you have in your packet. Jen or Walter, you want to give us a quick update on that?
Yeah, this is actually only related to the cidery and that it would provide lodging opportunity for events that are being held at the cidery. It's actually across the street from the other Doach family project, which is down on the main street in Callicoon, and the existing project, which has been completed, is called the boarding house, I believe. Jen, is that correct?
Yeah, Seminary Suites Boarding House.
And the new project is called the Old Ross House, and it's a large single-family home located on the main street on Route 97, and it's the proposal is to create 4 rooms there for lodging, so it meets our criteria for tourism destination UTEP. The analysis done by Shepstone shows a 12.96 to 1 cost benefit ratio, which is very outsized. Normally a great project would be in the 5, 6, 7 range, but it's really just because the property is assessed for a lot less than the purchase price. So
this is one of those where the location obviously is what matters.
it's across Route 97. Ed could help us with location. I think
Yeah,
that the boarding house used to be in the old hospital, Ed, right?
That's right. It used to be the hospital and also Dr. Rumble and Dr. Mills's office. I mean, there's 2 buildings there, but this is directly across Route 97, right next to the parking lot.
Gotcha.
Well, this will be for tour. This is not employee housing. This is for tourists, right?
Yeah, this is tourism.
Yeah. Okay.
And because it's a 4 key tourism destination, he has the option of doing up to 4 keys of employee housing someday. If he does, the 5-year abatement would become an 8-year abatement.
Okay.
Good.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So can I have a motion to approve the resolution?
I thought somebody had a question.
Oh, well, let's get the motion on the table and then we'll see.
Okay, I'll move it.
Okay, Ed, can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, Phil, thank you. Okay, now any questions, discussion, concerns? Ringing?
Julio.
No? Okay, then let's call the question. All in favor of approving the
Aye.
project, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, pass. So let's move on to the 3rd resolution, which relates to Empire Resorts. The first one's the golf course. If I'm not mistaken, they're in the process of continuing to finish the additional holes and they need more time. Is that what's going on?
I think you can take these together. It's
Okay,
the golf course is the 3rd resolution, and the work to be done at the Alder Hotel to make it a golf clubhouse and a pro shop are the 4th resolution. So I think it's appropriate to take these together.
okay. Anything you want to tell us about the timing, why it's taking so long?
I think this was as anticipated when the board approved amendments to these 2 projects back in March with the clubhouse that was anticipated for the golf course being relocated and retooled and now to be located in the Alder Hotel. And then, of course, the completion of the 6 holes on the golf course. When the board approved those amendments back in March, I think the company indicated that they expected to be done by first quarter of next year. So I think it's progressing. We've been receiving sales tax reports, and I think it's progressing as expected at this time.
Okay, so they're current with
Just as a
everything.
matter of as background, because this seems to be very elusive. I was playing golf at Mansion Ridge, which is in Central Valley, and a pretty high-end golf course, public, but still high-end. The management company that's managing that golf course signed an agreement and is going to be managing the Concord one. So it'll be professionally managed and the agreement has been signed.
Great.
And I think they're a bit behind schedule, but completion is still anticipated sometime in 2023.
Okay, great. All right.
If you haven't been out there, take a ride, enter by the, quick way end of the new road. And as you drive past the alder through that intersection where the funky hippie is on the right,
Mhm.
you'll see like a gigantic pile of topsoil. I mean, tens of thousands of yards and lots of yellow iron running around, excavators, bulldozers. I was up there the other day. There's a lot of activity.
Great.
Nice.
Is it being reconfigured so the first hole is by the alder?
No, it's being, might be an opportunity for some transport company. They're going to shuttle people back and forth.
Great idea. They're geniuses.
All right, so let's get a motion to approve the two resolutions, one extending the sales tax abatement period for the section related to the golf project, and the second for the renovations that need to be made to the hotel itself. We'll take them together, but can I get a motion first to
I'll
approve?
move it.
Ed, can I have a second?
Got it.
Scott, that was you. Scott, second. Any further discussion or questions anyone has? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, those are approved. Jen, we have a discussion item on here related to the 2023 budget. I don't think we're taking any action today, but you want to let everybody know about what you've included in the packet?
Sure. So at the end of your agenda packet is a first draft of the IDA budget for 2023. Unless you have questions, I don't have a need to review it today. We will update it again with current totals as of 9:30 and bring it back to you at the October meeting. So you'll have a little bit more accurate or up-to-date data in the second draft for the current 2022 figures. But in accordance with public authorities law, the board will have to review and approve it, and will submit it to the state by November 1st. So there's plenty of time. I just wanted to get this draft in front of you for any questions, and just let me know at any time if you have particular questions or concerns.
It would be very helpful if everyone in the next month takes a look at this so that we can be prepared to move it at our
Right.
next, well, I guess by October, ideally, right, Jen?
Right.
Will
Okay.
do.
Thank you. Okay, so if there's no further discussion on the budget, then we'll move to public comment. I know we have Aaron Long and Joe Abraham from the public. Would anyone like to speak?
I would just ask the Seminary Hill housing project thing, is that in the planning board process right now in the town of Delaware? Does anyone know? Or does that have to go through the planning board process? Or?
I don't want to speculate, Joe, and we, since they have some things that they want to do there fairly quickly, which probably don't require it to go through the planning board approval process, we did a separate short form EAF to review it from IDA versus relying on a local seeker process. So
Okay.
you're gonna have to ask Doug if it requires any planning board approvals.
Okay.
Okay, any other comments from the public? Okay, hearing none, can I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll do that.
Thank you, Ed.
Same. Second.
That's the easy one.
Thank you, Phil. That was a second from Phil. All in
Aye.
favor, say aye.
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 Okay, have a good